you like the content, make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
This for my niggas. My niggas? No. Real shit, only fuck with them niggas I'm still with. I still with. If I'm in a fix, they bout some trill shit. For my rounds, I'll peel shit. Devise plans to get a meal ticket. With that attitude, like we'll get it. Still busy, still with it. Looking over haters like they lil midgets. Nausea hopping around the night, camouflage like lil crickets. I got a problem with me having just a lil digits from the city where niggas lie and kill and steal for riches. And I done been around and even met some trill bitches. Broads harder than these niggas real snitches. I never tell on the soul, that's cold, a real sickness. Love run deep, I won't speak with God as my witness. I never mix with fake niggas because it's bad for business. And when I eat off my plate, I eat off clean dishes. That's why I'm testing my faith, about to get on my mission. It's real over here, daddy, so won't you take a listen. My nigga, my nerve, my partner, my ward, and my round. My ace and my dog, my ride or die, my all the way down, nigga. My nigga, my nerve, my partner, my ward, and my round. My ace and my dog, my ride or die, my all the way down, nigga. My nigga, my nerve, my partner, my ward, and my round. My ace and my dog, my ride or die, my all the way down, nigga. My nigga, my nerve, my partner, my ward, and my round. My ace and my dog, you heard me?
Big ups to the fam. Shouts out to the team. Welcome to the Rounds Podcast. If it's your first time rocking with us, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you've been rocking with us, then y'all know what it is. 4 rounds, mainstream news, pop culture, a little bit of family business. It's your boy Benjamin S. As always, rocking with my rounds. I got Hatchback the Great with me, Caveman 55. We holding it down for that boy Ren, and we want to send a special birthday shout out to Cuzzo Ren. You hear me? What's good, fellas?
Happy Wednesday to you, my brother.
Yes, sir. Right back at you, baby. Okay, man, let me get you straight down. My bad, nigga. What you say?
I say happy birthday to my dog Ren. One more step closer to the grave. Is that appropriate to say on your birthday?
No, that's some dumbass shit to say.
It's like you though, dog. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, happy Earth Day to you, my brother.
I feel like saying bean pie, my brother.
And many more. Yeah, I wish I had some bean pies, my brother. Me and the brother and Benjamin S was just talking about that just now. You know how people always, bashing people talking about the bean pie. Have you ever tasted the bean pie?
Hell yeah. Love
bitches good as a motherfucker.
Thank you.
That's what I was saying. I was like, dog, with all the shit nigga put on them, I ain't never had one, but you always kind of associated with some negative shit. But both of y'all saying they're just hitting.
No,
so it must just be a narrative they pushing, you know?
They be on time.
Never heard of it.
They be on time
Negative.
every time. They be on time.
Well, I'm just saying, you associate the bean pie with what?
With the
Muslim.
Nation of Nation of Islam. Not the Muslim.
Okay, yeah.
And
what are they?
Motherfucker, someone trying to haggle you with the bean pies and all that.
Say again?
Ain't the Nation of Islam Muslim?
Yeah, but their teaching is quite different from what you call, I guess, traditional.
Right.
Muslim.
The suicide motherfuckers.
Oh man.
No, that's not correct either. That's something totally different.
Right, they're Muslims though.
Like this morning, huh?
They're Muslims because that's where they live, but it's not about it's not about the religion. It's about the tribal people. You know, it's something different. We'll talk about that another time.
Ooh,
got that yak, huh?
Apple juice. Went to the gym, worked out day, keeping that weight off. Yes, sir.
That's some dark ass apple. It went bad. That shit ain't good.
This is the expensive apple juice.
It's organic, huh?
Yeah.
Man, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got them in early today. Mike, Paula Felton, Ronique, Damien, as always. Diddy
family.
Bop and
They feel like
everything.
family. Don't they
Yes,
feel like family? Damn you, mom. You feel me, Rodney? You feel like family. You know.
Well, say family, let me ask you this, bro. We doing top 4 tearjerker movies,
That's
right?
what the upper side of that's right.
Top 4 tearjerker movies. Cleve, this was I think this was your suggestion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I won't
we
hear
gonna
Hatch.
let,
I won't hear Hatch on this. I won't hear Hatch
so
first.
that means you letting Hat go out the gate,
Yeah, this is what I've been waiting for.
then you gonna
Well,
bring up the rear, baby.
I'm gonna bring out the real.
um, I don't know if I'm really the guy like to be crying behind movies. You know what I'm saying? I'm really kind of stone with it.
You ain't gotta cry, but you know it's all is a
the,
they
the
get you.
little,
Get that lump in your throat a little
yeah.
bit.
Okay. I was watching In the Heights with my kids, right? It was a little musical, right? It came out a couple years ago. And like this was like the first movie we had saw through the pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Shit wouldn't really open, but when it was open, it opened a certain time and all spread out or whatever. But it was a little part in it when the grandmother kind of passed away, right?
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? It was during the blackout and it was hot and you know what I'm saying? You kind of seeing it unraveling or going that way. And then, just the reaction of the community kind of, you know, I'm cutting onions in here. You did. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was a pretty good one. Um
What's the name of that one?
In the Heights, it's a musical.
In the Heights. All right.
Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot of
Musical.
singing.
Okay.
Dude from NWA played Dr. Dre. He was in the movie, and a bunch of other newcomers. The guy that wrote Hamilton and he wrote Encanto, he wrote all the music for that. Forgot his name. Got a girl name, but anyway. Uh Shit.
You
Um
cried. You cried.
no, it choked me up. It choked me up. When
Nah,
I
you.
was young, I
I
remember
got
when
you.
Ricky got shot in Boys in the Hood. I cried. I was pissed off.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have shot Ricky. You did. He scratch off coming from the store. Him and
Mhm.
you go this way, I go that way. You did. So that one was crazy. Raheem. Well, now I ain't gonna say where at. You know what? I cried. It kind
You
of felt.
cried. Oh, you did.
No, check it out. I mean, I'm not afraid to say that shit. I'm a whole man. You dig? But uh, I was watching Platoon. It's a military movie, right?
Yeah, I saw that. It was a
Uh,
good movie.
Emilio Estevez, Willem Dafoe, whatever. Sergeant Elias was in the bush, and he was on a recon, and then the other sergeant that he didn't like, they was kind of beefing. They just had a little fight. He he killed him, right? He just friendly fire, bow, shoot him, dude drop. So
That's
they
that nigga,
so they
Rodney.
about so
I
check
ain't
it out.
cried. That's cried.
I don't give a fuck about what nobody say. I'm a whole man. Like I say, I'm balanced. Sometimes I cry. Sometimes I whoop the fuck out of niggas. You dig? So hey, it's all good. But they thought they killed him, right? And they was like, "Where's Elias?" He's like, "Hey, he's gone. Let's leave him." So they start getting on a helicopter, and a bunch of Viet Cons coming out the fucking bush and shit, and they shooting them, and they trying to leave. And then they see Elias running through the fucking bush, right? And he running, and they shooting him, and he falling, and he getting back up, and he get up, and he shooting him, and falling, and getting back up. And then they trying to save him, but they don't. And then the fucking uh helicopter fly over his head and he throw his arms up like that and he fall and then the music and I'm like, oh man, that's cold. You dig? And other than that, I can't really remember nothing that really got me like, even yeah. So I give you my top three. Just to pull one out of straws.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shit.
Something touching, dog. You're a whole man, remember?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
We come
So,
back to you for your last
about
two.
to say,
We come back to
Yeah,
you
I
for
think
your last
about it. To be
we-
continued.
Yeah.
well, say,
It's
bro,
first
these
time.
real easy for me. You know what I'm saying? Quick Google and little mental Rolodex.
Yeah.
But out the gate, and you done said this one before, hat, and it might, might ain't get you like that. But that fucking glory, dog.
Oh yeah.
Woo, he good.
When he
Oh
look,
man.
when he was taking them lashes.
Oh my
he was-
Lord, yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
that one was kind of
The 54, the
oh, the old
54.
54,
When that nigga
baby.
said that,
Say,
What's
dog,
what's really funny about that
that brotherhood, you hear me?
is that the 54 platoon was not the only platoon of so-called, not the only colored regiment. You dig?
Well, you know how they do that.
Yeah, and the shit didn't go like that, and it wasn't, you know, yeah. If y'all get a chance, like really, try to research the 54 platoon. Like there's really something else. Caveman dude probably
Another
cried over
one
Titanic, soft hatchback, Fender
y'all
Plus.
research is the Malcolm X. That one got me too. When they dropped that Sam Cooke in there.
Get your hands out of my pocket. Yeah.
It touch you, dog. On a rom-com tip, I'm going with the Notebook. You heard me? Rachel
heard of that one.
I
Adams.
see that.
Say, bro. Like, I know y'all might don't be your bag, but just thinking about it, it kind of, you know what I'm saying? That's love, boy.
Mm.
And then I'm gonna go with 12 Years a Slave, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That one kind of all them hard shit ones that get you. You hear me?
Right.
What you got,
I'm gonna go with
man?
I'm gonna go with John Q. Whew.
Well, I know that's
John
your
Q
shit.
was always a tough one. John Q. I'm gonna go with A Soldier Story. I don't know if y'all ever heard of A Soldier Story.
Yeah.
Boy, that was
Yeah.
man. That old sergeant, he was on black niggas hard trying to make
Yeah,
sure
it
the
was-
black man looked good. And y'all
It
gotta
was
watch
Geechee,
that
it was Geechee Dan, huh?
one. The day of the Geechee is over.
Yeah,
and
Geechee-
you going
Geechee
with it. I'm gonna go with another one, Apocalypto.
Yeah,
I like
I'm
that
on
one.
that. I'm on that.
That wasn't a tearjerker,
It
but
wasn't a tearjerker, but that bit was good.
that bit pulled my strings, boy. Seeing him having to go get his family.
Hey, you seen him hit the ayahuasca?
Oh,
The who?
The
Oh
toad.
yeah.
Yeah. Almost.
That, and I'm gonna go with the Ten Commandments.
The Ten
That's my
Commandments.
fault. The Ten Commandments.
The Charleston Heston 10 Commandments? Let my people go. That shit wasn't convincing at all.
Ooh.
But
What part made you
understand it
cry?
was our people. I understand it was our people, and I was seeing Dathan go and get Joshua wife and putting us through. I was like, God damn. You feel me? So that I'm gonna go with them four. John Q, Soldier Story, Ten Commandments, and what my other one was, I didn't forgot it.
See what I'm saying? It wasn't hot. Can't remember. It wasn't hot.
I don't know.
Like they
Belly.
can't even help you. They can't look. They can't even help you in the chat.
Nah.
Belly.
I don't know. I'm really not a big movie guy, and I definitely not a sit up with the hanky and
South Central.
Some people like to have a good cry in a movie. They enjoy that. They sit down to cry. Yeah, that's some other shit. I'm not really.
Throw us some movies in the chat. Let's see what y'all got. Oh, and Pete. No, that wasn't a cry. That Pete and Mr. and Pete was a good one.
Coolly high.
Yeah. Why is there some person, like just some particular person, just ridiculing, saying every goddamn thing? Worrying about what people saying. What is this shit? Who's Ronique? Oh my God. It figures. Welcome back, Ronique.
Passion of the Christ. I like that, Mike.
Oh
like that one.
man, yeah. We
Lion
about to
King,
move
old
on
lady
now.
said Lion King.
Look, the Passion of the Christ. That
It
showed
was-
an
it
ass
was-
whipping like I ain't never seen on TV. Like
Yeah, it was a
they
beast.
showed a chain with the ribs popping through. It was pretty graphic. It was deemed to be anti-Semitic, as as I remember.
Mm-hmm. That is true, that.
But that makes no sense. And I don't want to kick a dead horse or beat a dead dog or whatever the fuck you say about it. But it's just something that what about the movie was anti-Semitic? And I can't remember because it was really scripted right out of the King James version. It was kind of word for word based, you know what I'm saying? Shit for shit. They just showed what happened.
The Count of Monte Cristo was another one. If y'all saw that one,
Yeah,
That was
he
a
was in
great
prison.
movie. It was a good movie, but it was no tearjerker.
that wasn't a tearjerker, but it's a classic.
Yeah, it was good.
It's
was
definitely a classic.
And you know what's another movie that was good? If you ever get a chance, Legends of the Fall.
Oh,
And look, we
Another
gonna take. Go ahead.
and them his brothers.
Yes. And the two brothers and the Roots. Get away from me with that damn bullshit. Ain't nobody watching no Roots, man.
We gonna
Roots.
take that as your 4-1, brother. You
What
heard me?
yeah, we'll
Legends
do
of
that
the
then.
Fall.
Yeah,
That's
Legends
our
of the
top
Fall.
4.
I
Good
ain't
job,
cried, but it
fellas.
was great. It was great.
Good
Get killed
job.
cornbread.
Cornbread. I got some good
Yeah.
ones. You cried over that, huh, Mike? You cried. That's what this segment's about, crying. So
Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. It's the rounds.
How do
He pulled out my pants, touched my testicles. They like eased down and they put their hands right between my butt. He just pulled my drawers down and dug in my rectum.
The alleged victims keep coming forward. 8 Milwaukee police officers are under internal investigation, accused of performing illegal strip searches, including cavity searches on the streets. Were they wearing any gloves?
No, I didn't see not one. There was no gloves.
Kevin Freeman Jr. claims back in December he and some friends were violated during a traffic stop.
When they searched me, they like eased down and they put their hands right between my butt. And I try to reach back and when I try to reach back and try to stop them, they just got to slamming me on the ground.
Only how we gonna make it stop is if we come together and stick together and talk about the problems.
Devontae Gersey is speaking out. What he claims the 8 officers under investigation from District 5 did to him should leave them with a record.
They do it all the time. It don't matter where we at, you know what I'm saying? They just treat us like we animals.
The 18-year-old claims he too has been the victim of those illegal strip searches the officers are accused of performing.
I felt my boxers go down and I don't even like talking about the situation.
But what happened?
They dug in my rectum with their hands. I don't think they had no gloves. I didn't see them put no gloves on. They didn't even have time to go in their trunk and do none of that.
Honestly, it's like being raped if you ask me.
His mother, Bobby Barbosa, believes what the officers are accused of doing reflects to the disconnect MPD has with some in the community.
I do think that race, our area, and where we come from does play a part in it.
She tells me she originally contacted police after her 2 sons were allegedly victimized.
I've contacted the department today.
Totally naked and handcuffed.
Joseph Mays says he was raped by accused ringleader Michael Vagnini. Vagnini faces 25 counts for illegal strip searches, misconduct, and sexual assault. Officers Jacob Knight, Jeffrey Dolhoff, and Brian Kozelik also face charges.
After that, I got one officer right here. He's like, he's resisting. He get to choking me. I got slob coming all down and It's all right here. Got the gun to my head.
In the criminal complaint, the victim is quoted as saying 2 other officers were hanging onto the victim's arms and one had a gun pressed against.
Nah, bro. First off, I won't commend the brother for coming forward, you know what I'm saying? Because anytime you've been assaulted, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of hard to speak on it, let alone being a man being assaulted by another man, you know what I'm saying? Now, usually I've heard about the police, you know, abusing their power on women when they catch them in vulnerable situations or whatnot. I ain't never heard no shit like this here, you know what I'm saying? I was totally blown away, floored, you feel me? What y'all think on it, bro?
I am familiar with. I've heard that before, not as egregious as this. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a issue. You know what I'm saying? But I do remember a young man when I was working for New Orleans Fire Department. We had a call on St. Claude. No, it was on Claiborne and Tennessee Street, right in front of that Wagner's. But anyway, they pulled a guy over and laid him down on the street, and they accused him of having stuff in his rectum. So they did a cavity search right there on the street with some needle nose pliers, and we had to go and patch his ass up and send him to the hospital.
Mhm.
He bust that guy's ass up with some needle nose pliers in the middle of the fucking street.
I'm gonna say this, you know. Let me say this
There you go.
before the social media and YouTube, you know, where we can get all this information, it'd be hard to believe some of this shit really happened because none of that type of shit happened to me. None of this type of shit happened to none of my family members. I got a big family, and I haven't heard none of these type of wild things that's been happening. So just to know that this is going, it's outrageous. It's almost unbelievable. But to see these people coming out with it, how do we defend? How do we combat that? When you're a regular teenager, your word against my word. It's almost like I keep getting away with something like that.
Now you gotta report it. You gotta report it though. You have to report it.
You can report it, and I ain't do it. He lying.
No, it ain't about I ain't do it. If somebody does that, or if somebody feels like they can do that, they're gonna do that on a regular. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's gonna be
just
a
like
pattern.
this dude.
Yeah, it's a pattern, and you know, bruh, like
dog, like anything, like you go to getting away with some shit you're not supposed to be doing. Not all people, but most people get sloppy after a while because you get comfortable.
Is that an attack on? Is that an attack on black people? You think
they do it
well,
to people?
That's what we saw. Black people boys speaking out on it. We ain't really see no white.
No, I'm saying, well, in this instance, he targeting black people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Specifically males. They got a couple females who done had some complaints about it, but this seemed like specifically black men. And you know, some Latino brothers.
The ringleader, forgot his name, but they pointed him out as the ringleader. He's being accused of a whole rape charge of a man.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying, it goes farther than them just violating you, you know what I'm saying, with their hands.
Yeah, just
that's
groping
bad
you.
enough. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you ever been to jail, if you ever been arrested, they violate you anyway when it's time to, you know, they switch your clothes or whatever, and then, you know, turn to this side, turn to that side, take pictures and all this. All right, now hold your balls and turn over and cough, and they looking up in your ass and all kind of gay ass shit like that.
Yeah, I'm happy the fellas came up front and let everybody know what's going on. You feel? Because you know shit like that, niggas don't want to speak on. Niggas don't want get no backlash.
Yeah, you don't want nobody to know nobody that violated you, bro. That's why I say.
Because if that was to happen to me, it'd be hard for me to go around in my neighborhood. Niggas will get on me. You heard me? So I'm thinking we passed that kind of joking each other stage where we could go ahead and tell shit what's going on, so we could stop getting fucking played by these people. You feel me?
Something like this ain't no joking matter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, don't crack on the homie on this one.
So you know what could happen being teenagers and going back in the neighborhood. Niggas that, you know, make you not want to say some shit. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm saying, why would that interfere with you seeking your own justice? Why would somebody knowing
definitely could that? You know, being young teenagers, you kind of not want to say no shit like that because of the repercussions of your fellas, your partners. You ain't really thinking about getting justice. You worrying about your name in the hood or your name in your neighborhood people.
I don't really think the age.
Keep that to yourself.
I don't think the age matter though, bro. Like whether the officer pulled over somebody who was a teenager or he pulled over, you know, a grown man. You not necessarily just looking to volunteer the information. You gonna have a little bit of pause just because of what the situation is. But I'm glad that these brothers did actually, you know, come forward, because like you say, it showed a pattern, and then you got multiple, you know, like reports against you, then at some point the shit should pick up a little traction. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to just one every blue moon is more of a, you know what I'm saying, a hit off. It's harder to kind of make that shit stick. If you got buku people keep saying the same shit, we gotta kind of take a look at it.
I gotta
And
say,
this
hey,
kind of
look,
the first
fellas,
time I ever heard of some shit
Hey.
like this. This almost unprecedented.
look, I'm walking to the dice game. What's happening with y'all? Hey, how y'all doing? Look, say, bro, this can't be only me, bro. Them niggas ain't digging. And when you get arrested, you ain't
Right,
they
like,
get no
you ain't
extra
never
shit. I
got-
mean, come on, man. You ain't got to go in detail, but say they ain't give y'all no extra.
Hey, once you say you was arrested by officer, whatever his name is, come
Yeah,
on now.
hey, see that boy putting fingers and booties around
Man,
you.
make sure y'all watch that boy.
Yeah.
He trying to get you.
You
Yeah,
got to say something. You can't be all coy and acting all ashamed
Nah,
and shit.
you ain't really saying what get you mean, but he trying to get you.
Yeah,
heard me?
you.
Like,
I would
mean,
like to believe.
look, you can color it up to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, he was peeling, playing with your Peter. If you want to feel, you know what I'm saying, like that. If you don't want to go all in your business, but the point is, he is doing, you know what I'm saying, assaulting sexually during these arrests. And if it happened to me, it got to happen to somebody else. We could at least say something, and you know what I'm saying. If not, one of us gonna have to bust his head. Fuck.
right.
Let me
So
see.
I mean,
It is about the shame of the victim. That's what a lot of incidents reported. But we as need to be more supportive of a situation like this and not make fun of them. And I agree with that. And that's a lot of that not make fun. That's what keep people from people withholding information that's valuable to what's going on. Because of that laughter, that teasing a nigga shit. And you know we good in our neighborhood, boy. We Sean getting teased, nigga. We go hide. Fuck it. You heard me?
Right.
Crack nigga don't want you ain't saying shit. Nigga ain't gonna tease me.
When it comes specifically to sexual assault on men, like it's real hard for men to share that shit because you know what I'm saying, it's number one, it's an emasculating thing, right? Number one. Number two, people may not have sympathy or have no understanding about what's going on. So you really out there for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I could feel that. But at the same time, man, if you want to get into justice, something
Can we
you
sue
got to
the
open your
police
mouth.
department? Can we sue the police department with that information that they being found guilty? I hope they can get compensation coming
I'm
forward.
sure they will. I'm sure that's gonna lead to it. But yeah, I just want fuck him up, like.
And these motherfucking police officers got regular lives after they get off duty, where you could go fuck them up, catch this nigga at the stove, fuck over. He a human being after he get off work.
It ain't like that because now you tracking them down, you hunting them down, and 9 times out of 10 they gonna have their shit on them. So now it's first degree murder. You chasing that, you know what I'm saying? So like it's really
don't do
you
that.
know what I'm saying? Like you really can't.
Don't turn vigilante.
Yeah, you can't really entertain that shit unless it happens like right then. If it's right then and he ain't cuffed you and he trying, you know what I'm saying? If you can
proud
get
of
through
us
it,
for bringing this topic out, huh, Bernie? Yeah, we men of substance, baby. Yeah.
That's what we do, man. Boy, you crazy as a mud. Hey, we getting on the round 2. Shouts out to that boy, Cuzzo Ren once again. Happy birthday to the brother.
Yeah.
It's the podcast.
Happy birthday once. Shouldn't have said that.
All right, y'all. For round 2, we talking toxic mother versus an absent father. We brother Hatch gonna paint the picture for us a little bit, and we gonna get into it.
Okay. Now, this topic kind of came about from watching an interview of Lil Scrappy, right? Talk about how he was raised. And he was saying basically he was raised in a whorehouse. speaking of his mother's activities and men and out, different out, and just the type of vibe that was there. You know what I'm saying? Like it was no structure. It was just he witnessed a lot of bad behavior from his mama, and it's like what does that do to a young man? What does that do to a young man's mind? Like going forward, how do he look at women? How do we appreciate women? How do you know what I'm saying? How do he trust and understand and really learn how to love a woman when he's seen from his birth? It's a normal thing that women have bad fucking behavior. Right? That's just a thing to him. Now he growing up loving this woman, but it gets to a certain point to where you draw the line in the sand and it's like, well, nah, I can't let you get away with this anymore because now I see, and I've always like you really a fucked up person. You know what I'm saying? Like really having to not check your mama, but put her in her proper place as far as where she is as a woman. If I'm making myself clear.
Yeah, call a spade a spade.
But that's kind of hard to do when it's talking about moms.
But
definitely. Me? So it's that conflict, right? And then somebody said something about, well, she was doing the best she can because his daddy wasn't there. If his daddy this and daddy, that type of stuff.
So, that's real.
Okay.
But
and I can see how that would be real. But I also had to put in what is the reason why his daddy wasn't there. Was it the toxic behavior or what the woman really was? You understand what I'm saying? Like maybe this guy was not willing to put up with that. So does that make him an absent father, or does that make him hip to the exploits or the shit she doing and how she is? You understand what I'm saying? And in that situation, it will be very difficult to reach out to a toxic woman and try to have a relationship with the child because now she's playing a child against you in this. It's a bunch of manipulation back and forth, left and right. You know what I'm saying? So maybe
I definitely know.
The toxic behavior is the reason for the absentee father. I'm not saying in every situation, but I'm just speaking, through the conversation of what both can do, right? What can an absent father do to a man's psyche as he grows older, and what can a toxic mother do, right?
Say, dog, just in what you're saying, you could kind of see already how it could be a generational thing, like we was kind of hitting on. You know what I'm saying? Because in one of the examples, I could take it like the father who is absent due to the toxic mother could also have had a toxic mother, which made him not want to deal with this situation even more. It's like a compound effect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then just flipping on the other side, because I don't like to drop one shoe, ladies. So you can flip it on the other side and you can see the reverse, but still a trickle down in the generational effect. Now with Scrappy specifically, you could see how it would shape his value of a woman living in that environment and condition. So then when one sees some of the actions or the shit that he do and they say, well, damn, why he treat it's because of this upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Like we all start somewhere and we, get groomed or trained in that manner. So I kind of look at it like that. What's better or worse?
Are we asking what's worse? The toxic mother?
I don't think there's a worse because it's a balance. What I'm saying is when you look at both situations, what effect does it have on a young man's psyche?
Right.
What does he dread more? The absence of his father or the behavior of his mother?
The behavior of the mother. I would say that because she's there influencing them, got all influence over him. Now, if she wasn't toxic and she had an absent father, he could still have a balanced emotional stability, have a balanced mental stage. But if the father ain't there and the mom just toxic, it's gonna destroy the boy. He ain't gonna have
Would you
understanding of.
Would you say if the mother was a more amicable person, or someone who was a more level-minded or didn't have such
Decent.
person, do you think the chances of the father being in a child's life and having a relationship and communication, you think the chances will be higher?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. This would be higher.
What
But
you
just the
say,
fact
good?
that the fact that the mom, if the father is absent, that toxic mother is gonna make the boy worse. So that's the one who's in charge of the child is in charge of the child's mental stage, is in charge of
Absolutely.
the child upbringing. So it's gonna be on the mother who is gonna say it's gonna be on whoever is raising the child, and most of the time it's the mom. So
No, I don't want to say which is worse, and I don't even want to say versus. I'm just saying this is a situation,
let's say a
and
toxic mom and you had a father who was involved. Let's
okay, we could
pinpoint
do
that.
that. We could do that because I don't. He spoke some of it, but he didn't really say if the guy was there. But I'm just really saying, uh, you know, in a situation, and I'm sure we can use all of this from just people we know or whatever. You can see that playing. How does it play out in a young man's mind when he figure out that his mama is really um
Not ideal.
not she's missing the mark by a long mile, and she's not even she's not even close.
Hopefully love in spite of, but that's kind of hard to do for period. You know what I'm saying? You just hope that nigga would kind of think better. I'm looking at Damia comment, and she's saying the father should never lead the children, no matter how toxic the mother is. And while I
Oh,
agree with the statement, it's not that
oh,
simple, because a
oh,
lot of the
Damien.
toxic mothers use the child, like my brother saying, against the guy, and then he can't really see the child like he would want to. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of easier said than done, though I agree with the sentiment of the statement.
And the old schoolers used to say it's cheaper to keep her. Uh,
But
no,
if she toxic, you can't keep her. You got to get out of
no,
there.
yeah. See, that is when it's not when it's poor communication and bad behavior. It's time to move around because you're putting yourself in a bad situation because there ain't gonna be no
I'm
peace.
gonna be a little transparent. I'm dealing with something like that, similar to that. I got a toxic baby mom. Me and her just got joint custody. We got 50-50 custody of my son. And the thing she teach my son about me is terrible. It's toxic, like we talking about. Our court order say I gotta let him call his mama at a certain time of night. And sometimes he go to sleep and she call the goddamn police to my house. I get the knock on the door. We knocked out sleeping. Like, what the fuck? The mom said you're supposed to call him. So my son see the police at the house. He go to his mama house for his time. And when he get back to me, I talk to him. I'm finesse with it. I'm like, what's going on? He tell me how his mama talk bad about me in front of him. So I gotta rear him back in, get his mind right for the time he with me. But when he go back over there, the toxic mama. You feel me? So it's a goddamn battle. You dig? Trying to keep his mind balanced in a positive way. But when he go to his toxic mama, we talking about having a father there, having a father not there. That toxic mama could do a lot of bad influence on the child. So
Absolutely.
it's hard for me. You did, because my son go to school, he fucking up. You did, he beat niggas up, he fucking doing shit. I get him, chastise his ass like my daddy chastised me. So I raised my children like I was raised, my mom and my father. So I'm giving him that discipline, giving him that understanding, finessing him, getting in that mind. I don't have to put that ass whooping on him. I could talk to him. He go by mama, your daddy ain't shit. Your daddy this. Your daddy got women. Your dad. I'm like, where you get this from? I'm like, God damn, how do we combat that? Toxic mama got the fall off. Toxic mama. Father involved, back to toxic mama.
Right.
The shit hard on the children. You feel what I'm saying?
We had a comment said the father should never leave their children, no matter how. Uh,
I
okay.
agree with that. That ain't
Toxic.
easier said than
Hold
done.
up. Well, let me say this. Let me say this. A couple can part. There's no problem with that. There's nothing. Like you have when things are not going in the right direction. The best thing to do is to go about your business.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be forever, but it's gonna be long enough for me to see what's really what. And if you still cutting up and I'm not there, oh, there's no point in coming back. But that should have no bearing on the relationship with my children. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Me and you living in separate houses and we not doing that no more. Ain't got shit to do with when I come to get my kids, when I see them, I talk to them and all that. They ain't got nothing to do with that. You live how you want to live. As long as it's not uh causing or putting my kids in bad fucking condition, in bad situations, I ain't got no problem with that. I would rather have
But they
them, but
still
hey,
can get in that mental though. It's more about how they do with the children mentally versus having them in a negative environment. That
well,
mental fucking
I'm not
shit
really,
work.
I'm not really speaking on, what they say. I mean, that's fucked up enough. But I'm talking about just behavior, their everyday
Right,
routine,
right.
who they are as a person, not really as a
Mm-hmm.
parent, who they are as a person.
I got you. That's
I
true.
say, bro.
That's true.
We gotta move in a second, y'all. Y'all got anything else on this one before we wrap it up?
I'm gonna say the toxicity of the mom, especially in the little scrappy situation is more of the mental plus physical because he get to see all of these things. Versus like my situation is just an attitude that's being presented to my son more than what she's actually doing in her lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? So the attitude kind of thing you can kind of adjust as he get older, but the lifestyle it'd be harder to that child to have a better understanding seeing strippers and drugs and shit versus mama just saying your daddy ain't shit. Your daddy
I
ain't
would
no good, but she's still taking care of him, treating him right. You feel what I'm
I,
saying?
I would say that I I really appreciate my mother and the women in my life that have mothered me. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was my grams or it was my aunts, just older cousins, siblings, or whoever, that didn't devalue a woman in my eyes. You see what I'm saying? Like, everybody got. I mean, I'm not saying nobody's perfect, but I'm talking about the strength of their character
Mm-hmm.
throughout. You see what I'm saying? And um, what they gave to their children and kids that they were, mothering or nurturing. You know what I mean? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it came from a very unselfish place that a lot of people these days don't possess. You know what I'm saying? It's about, you know, they they use self-care as a means to fuck up. Is that can I say that?
Yeah, yeah. I know exactly what you mean. The history through,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So it's not,
well, I did this
they use
because, but it'll be all right. You'll get over, had to deal with it, so
yeah,
you'll be all right type shit. I know what you're saying.
yeah. But they're claiming it's necessary. And I'm saying if you have children, you know, the biggest thing you can teach them is how to be, and that means you have to be you. There's certain things you cannot do when you have children.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain lifestyle you cannot live. It's a certain thing that
Mm-hmm.
you should mature from. You know what I'm saying? um,
Mm-hmm.
because they may not listen to what you say, but they're going to do what you do, or they're going to hate you for doing what you do. So
And I'm gonna say this, bro. Seeing as though we talking about situations that's not ideal, and most of the time in these relationships, they end is not necessarily amicably. So I would just say at the end of the day, man, put the kids before the hurt. Like You know what I'm saying? Like everybody feels some type of way about how it went down or whatever. But at the end of the day, put the kids before the hurt. And
I
we
think
about to
that's
eat.
harder for women than men. It's way harder
Well,
for women to do
look,
than men.
not the debate, but the overarching theme, whether woman or man, just you know what I'm saying. Put the kids first.
Women,
You
please,
feel me?
once them kids get to talking and walking age, especially the boys, when they're 7, 8 years old, give them to their daddies, please. Give them to their daddies so they can learn how
That's
to
a
walk.
fact.
They can learn how to talk. They can learn how to
Especially if the dad
emotionally.
is one of them good. Especially if he a real dad.
Yeah,
Especially if
And
you
we
got a
paying.
real dad.
right. He need to see
But
how a
you know,
man walk. He need to see how a man handles situations and temperament dealing with, people and shit.
We eating.
Can't, you know.
Credit is important. Why? Let's say you get a $250,000 mortgage with a 30-year fixed rate. With good credit, you'll be paying 2.75% interest, with $117,000 total interest. But with bad credit, you'll be paying about a 4.35% interest rate with a $198,000 total interest. So a person with bad credit will have to pay an $81,000 difference. And that's for the same house. Let us help you make a better decision today.
Better than last time. I need it better than last time. I need it better than last. Better than last. Better than last. Better than last. I need it better than last time. I need it better than last time. I need it better than last. Better than last. Better than.
We're going to be asking everyone who sells drugs, gets caught selling drugs, to receive the death penalty for their heinous acts, because it's the only way. We're going to be.
All right, y'all. The homie back. You know what I'm saying?
oh man.
Yeah. Shouts out to Marvel Sapien. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Trump,
And he a
man.
Trump supporter.
Shouts out to Marvel Sapien. Yeah, that little piece right there, bro. Obviously, just a little clip, but I guess some of what he'll be running off of coming up
Mm-hmm.
for the
See that?
new presidential election. But I really just want to know, because when he make that statement, who pop in y'all mind as these drug dealers? You know what I'm saying? What you feel
Us.
the residual or trickle down effect of that would actually be and look like? Because at the end of the day, we know supposedly we don't own all these boats and planes that's getting all the shit in. So I don't see it being those people who gonna actually get executed or whatnot. And I hear him talking about Singapore and wherever else where the
Look at Marvel
penalties
2024. He voting for Trump. He putting it out there. Look.
the penalties are harsh. So you're trying to mirror that because it made the crime rate go down. But ultimately, what would that look like in y'all opinion?
Let me go first. I think this is a smack in the face for all of these Trump supporters. I can't wait to Trump get in office, back in office. We was doing better under Trump than under Biden. And I've always been the one that say it don't matter who it is. I ain't supporting neither one of them. But this is speaking about Trump. He just letting us know subliminally, let's kill all the black people who selling drugs. I could say it for him. I just said it for Donald Trump, Marvel. That's what he just said. Because you know who
Oh
sell
man.
drugs, Marvel? The people in our neighborhood, the people in the inner city. It'd be our young black people who doing this drug selling for the most part. And that's who locked up behind bars. For the most part, is a black man in the inner city, you selling drugs. And Donald Trump said, let's kill him, give him a death penalty. But let's get Trump in office, 2024. I don't want Biden. It's more than let's get both of them out there and get some new blood. I'm hearing so much of this Trump support. Instead of getting some new blood in there. Trump, that's black people. Come on, man.
What you say that?
I do not participate in this election and all of that. So I don't
Right.
know nothing about election in the 2024. But Donald Trump is an entertainer, and I do know about that. So I'll start there.
I don't think that's an entertainment type
Hold on, I'll let you speak. I'll let you speak.
Go ahead.
So he says making the the
Ooh,
death
like that,
penalty
Alpha.
for dealing drugs, right? That's a slippery slope, right? We talking about heinous crimes, right? We're not talking about a couple of pounds of weed. We're not talking about, we talking about dope manufactured, dope houses, right? I'm really thinking they're heading towards the methamphetamines and that type of shit because that's affecting a lot of poor whites and middle class whites. They don't give a fuck about you taking dope. They showed you in the 70s, 80s, and 90s how they put fucking heroin and fucking crack in the communities, and they let the shit go fine. It was great when we were hooked on drugs. Now the opioids done busted open, right? And a lot of them are on fucking drugs, right? So I wouldn't look at this as a racist thing. I think we got to stop being too sensitive about race and shit like that, and Democrat and Republican and black and white, because the truth is, you see a so-called European and light skin and blue eyes, and you think that they're all on the same team. I can
You
assure you
think
that.
Trump was talking about?
I
You
can
think Trump was
assure
talking
you.
about them?
Hold on. I can assure you that they're all not the same. They're all not on the same team. They ain't all talking to each other. It ain't all one big white happy party.
Who you think
Well,
Trump was referring to with that comment?
I don't really care who he was referring to with the comment. I'm saying, if you look at the history of drugs in this
Why
country,
not? Why don't you care
I,
about who he was
I'm
referring to?
because I don't participate in this, and I don't get frazzled by entertaining comments, and I don't fly off the handle about when people say
Okay.
things. I'm saying using the history of the United States and the recent history when it relates to drugs and our people. It was never just push to stop the shit. It was always a push to make sure we received it, make sure we fucked with it, and all of this other shit. They try to put us in jail. They ain't try. w- the war on drugs now are aimed at getting whites off of drugs, not us. So locking up a bunch of niggas
And that,
gonna
and
stop
yeah,
the
it had,
fucking PCP.
and that's my thing, dog. Like when I heard the little, when I heard it or whatever, it gave me the same vibe as the "Make America Great Again." It's got the underlying, the subliminal
Right.
tone of, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I
No.
called it. As far as the opioid, I can't even say the shit. Epidemic
Opioid.
or whatever. I thought it was being handled a little differently, like as in comparison to the crack epidemic. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. They're
Yeah.
Like you
seen
said,
as
it
patients. They're seen as
right.
victims if they're on crack.
So
Let me
that's
read the
why,
Alchemist. Let me read
again,
the
when they
Alchemist comment.
hold on,
She
that
said,
1 second. That's why when they
go
make
ahead.
that statement, though, I feel like he's still speaking to a specific class of people. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way
Right.
they treat.
Wait,
You
say
know what
that.
I'm saying?
Say that again. He's speaking to a specific what?
Class of people, and we definitely gonna do the classism. You know what I'm saying? Conversation on here, but yeah, he's speaking to a certain class of people.
Class, not a certain race of people.
Class
Go
he's
ahead,
speaking
kid,
on
man.
is going to refer to us more. Even though we talking about as a class and they got this sprinkled in there,
Listen,
that's
listen,
attacking us.
listen. Y'all gotta stay out them people business when they talking about shit, uh, abortions and drug. That ain't got shit to do with y'all. This ain't got shit to do with brown skinned folks, bro. None of this
It's
shit.
going to affect
They
us
say,
more
listen,
because we the
listen.
minority.
No, it's not. Listen to what I'm trying to explain to you. I'm saying using the history of what we experienced in here. What he's saying, he ain't talking to you because the climate in America now doesn't support that. You see what I'm saying?
Now,
Like you gotta look at
Alchemist
what's
said, are they
happening.
going to send those doctors who started the opioid epidemic? So we talking about this class thing. So if they not go affect or approach those doctors who started the opioid epidemic, if they attacking whoever selling drugs, it's going to affect the black community more because we're the minority. Whoever is white that's doing it, they're going to be affected, but they ain't going to be affected in a white version of them than it will be in a black community, if you understand what I'm saying. It's going to be more of us that's being targeted versus them. Right? Am I wrong? They can afford to lose 100 white folks. They can afford to lose 1,000 white folks to what Donald Trump trying to say, but we can't really afford to lose that many black people because we the majority, we the minority. So yeah, I can get rid of 1,000 white people if I get 1,000 black people fucked up.
I gotta start writing shit down because like you just rambled off like 4-5 incorrect things. Like you just went to whipping. You know, we the minority and all. Like what the fuck? You know,
are we not?
We definitely got to talk that that racism, classism,
my brother.
Conversation next episode.
The term minority has absolutely nothing to do with numbers.
Whoa, okay.
It's influence. It's influence in this culture.
So we don't have a consistency to see how many black people, how many Asians, Latinos in America, and whites. We don't have that specific number.
Listen. Any immigrant.
Answer that first. Yes or no?
I'm going to explain to you. Any immigrant that has come to this country, no matter what their skin tone is, on the U.S. Census, they are white. Nigerians, people from Pakistan, Vietnamese, Chinese, Irish, Russian, they're all considered white.
You gain numbers when you adopt cultures and people.
Yes, brother. Like you
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You it's a bunch of things that it's a bunch of layers to this onion. You know
saying that Nigerian coming over here, they classified as white.
Yeah, check it out. Let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of a story of an African who wear African clothes and dress and do all of that shit, but they're here? Have you ever heard of him talking about police brutality? Think of one.
No. We just seen some young black boys talk about with the police. I ain't heard there ain't no Africans.
Okay. So there's an understanding that they are not the same. They are not treated the same.
My Negro
brother.
brother.
So I don't know if I could agree with that.
I just asked you a question and you said you never heard of it. Muhammad Ali made a statement.
So that would say our skin color is really not the.
Your skin color has absolutely nothing to do with you. That's how they fucked us. They got people that look like us to represent us, to speak for us, and we saying just because he got coarse hair and dark skin that he's for us. All skin folks ain't kin folks.
Give me y'all closing, fellas. We got 50 seconds.
Well, I'm gonna say this. So
I can show you a bunch of. I can show you a bunch of examples.
This is my closing question. So you saying an African getting pulled over by the police, he gonna get treated different than me and you?
Every time.
I'm answering that question. Answer that question.
Every time.
I don't agree with it. I don't believe that.
Well, we could definitely deep dive.
We could look at the DPS reports. We could look at the DPS reports. We could look at the arrest reports. We could look at all of this. These things are tracked.
Well, just mark it in your Rolodex so we don't forget it, and we can definitely revisit the topic. We moving on around 4 before we get out the door. All the ladies who still on, we definitely gonna need a little feedback from y'all on this one because I'm gonna be able to get the brother's perspective, but I need some of y'all's too. Woo!
Y'all look in y'all emojis and.
Your favorite comedian and podcaster, Don't Call Me White Girl. And I'm here to bring you a taboo subject with all seriousness. I want to talk to some of you guys about your dry ass pussies. Some of your pussies are dry as the Sahara. Pussy is as dry as that little patch of eczema on your sun leg. Look, we've all been there. Not me. This pussy wet. This Aquafina. Let me start over. Listen, let's just say it's no easy way to say it. Sometimes you need a little extra in the bedroom, okay? Maybe you're like me, you have the wettest pussy in the world, but you might want to just take this nigga through the roof. Lord knows he gonna cheat on you anyway. And this is not limited to the pussies. Some of you niggas, your pussy dry. That's right, you drone. That's why you can't keep a man, because your butt don't get wet. Ladies and gents, all jokes to the side. If you're looking for a really good lube, Officially Pleasure has it for you. This is their Wet Kitty lubricant. It is all natural, plant-based. It's water-based. It's not going to throw your pH balance off. It's safe for the pussy and the bussy. That's the one in the back. The one that wank and stank a little bit. You know what I mean? But it's safe for everybody to use. And it turns your bedroom up, whether the pussy dry, the pussy wet. If you want to have a special night, this is the product for you.
Is that like weed for the pussy?
You don't pay attention to shit, do you?
Yeah, you.
Turn it up. You get a little extra, like.
Woo. All right. Awkward and uncomfortable conversations with your, your spouse or your girl, whatever you call your mate. You know what I'm saying? I know the slang done changed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But
your little yeah, that's what they call it.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, uncomfortable or awkward conversations with your little yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's not easy to, let one know certain shit. You feel me? I would imagine dry vagina would be one of them. You know what I'm saying? So how does one go about striking up these conversations? Is it just a direct thing? Do you catch it in the moment? You wait till after and you address it? Just, just curious.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm like,
and on the flip side, I'm saying, because we got ladies on the line too, but I'm just saying, sometimes your man might not necessarily be whatever this. Like, how do you pull his coattail and say, "Hey, babe"?
Say, okay, all right. And I think we was talking about this yesterday a little bit. Good. Women can be honest with men with no repercussion. He might get a little mad. It might fuck his ego up for a little bit. But at the end of the day, nigga was like, well, fuck, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta fix it or whatever it is, But to be honest to a woman is boy, you risking everything, boy. Like you ain't
gotta finesse it.
No, it's no finessing. Because you could only beat around the bush so fucking much till the motherfucker gonna say,
a little comedy in there.
You gonna push her to the corner till she say, well, what you trying to say? And then you gonna have to say what the fuck you trying to say.
Should have get off the pot.
Yeah, you dig? So I'm like this here. We gotta set boundaries early, and we gotta make it seem not so how can I put it? Not so direct and personal. Kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it easy and be sensitive to why. Like in the situation she's speaking of, she's promoting this product or whatever. Maybe it's dry because you not providing the proper stimulation at the time. Maybe you gotta warm the car up. You can't just jump in and go to the store. Warm it up. It's cold. Rub a leg. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was trying to ask the ladies,
you gotta. It's like you gotta communicate that though.
But that's what I'm saying. How do she tell you, babe, you need to, rev that engine a little bit?
She telling you.
How you tell her?
No, listen, her body telling you.
You ain't listening, huh?
You ain't. What's wrong with you?
So we said we got to communicate. That means we talk to her. So how we communicate our issue to them?
Well,
not what she telling us.
That's what I'm saying. Like some issues, right? Just say one night or however it is. It's a you ain't really where you want to be. You dig? You don't know why or whatever. She like asking you like, what's up with the, with the what's up. That could like some men, they wouldn't really take that good.
I'm gonna ask this: Are we sitting in the car and discussing some
No,
we having?
you
Or
could be
we in
on
the
the
middle of
no,
the
you could be on the moon. It's the whole point of how do you
Yeah.
communicate these issues if you're having issues, and you know what I'm saying, like.
Right, because that's what I was asking you, Kate. Man, you might be one to won't talk about it right then and there in the midst of the shit. Hey, what's going on here? It's a little chafe. Like, or you know what I'm saying? I was asking you, or you might wait to after and be like, hey, babe, I'm just trying to see how do we go about having these conversations, because we always talk about communicating and you know what I'm saying, being able to de-escalate situations.
I'm
and
gonna say
stuff.
this.
This seemed like,
Let me read a comment from Damien. She said, you have to be real with him and let him know how you feel. Don't make fun of him, and also be sensitive to his feelings. That's a perfect comment, and that's exactly how you should approach it, Damien. I like that. But at the same time, say you don't want to address it at the moment. You know how you look in the mirror and you this hat look good, or you say, baby, I wanted you to do this. Say, baby, you get in the mirror and you practice it. You feel me? If you don't want to jump in at the moment, your pussy a little dry, baby. No, I ain't gonna say it like that. You know what, baby? Kind of a little dry around the bushes and then you need to get a little.
Hey, look.
It's time to come. You can practice it enough. You can get in the car with it. You did. You got your proper jogging. You ready to hit it with what you want to say. It'll come across right because you know your woman. So you can't just hit her hard. You got to be finesse with it. So you practice in the middle.
Yeah, I hear all of that. But you done missed the mark again. Okay, but Sid 101 says some women have men for business purposes and they are not aroused by the man. So if you're not into this dude, you see what I'm saying? Like it's just that plain and simple. Sometimes he just bought that $40. You dig? And then, I mean,
you know, move for that, huh? Right.
I mean,
last week's price is not this week's price.
Yeah, I mean, but shit, $40 should cut it. But anyway,
practice in the mirror.
Practice in the mirror.
Boy, they ain't rehearsing no shit. Woo, it's
Practice
been a
in the
long
mirror.
time since they
Nah,
rehearsed stuff.
it's really a simple thing. In my opinion, it's a simple thing. Like, just say, yeah,
It ain't simple, Hatch.
It's simple.
It ain't you gotta worry about these feelings.
All those
you gotta
times
worry about
at
how it's
night.
gonna come across. You gotta make sure that motherfucker hit right. Cause the motherfucker tell you pussy dry, you ain't fucking she frozen.
Okay, well look. See when you're worrying, it's gonna cut your blood flow and you gonna be fucked up. So y'all ain't gonna do nothing that night. You dig? You can't worry. You still gotta be the man you are. But what I'm saying,
that's why you don't do it in the moment. That's why you don't say your problems in the moment. You gotta finesse it. You gotta have
No. We right, y'all.
That's what I'm talking about, Damien.
We right, y'all. We gonna have to deal right, y'all. You heard me? Because
Damien's, go ahead.
Nah, because tomorrow might be too late.
No, unless you out of there going to heaven. You out of there. You get tomorrow.
No, I'm saying you ain't having a good time. She ain't having a good time. It might not be dry for Jimmy.
It's your name, James. Damien say women know when they're dry as well. That's why they have products to assist with the pleasure. And that's what the young lady was promoting. That's why I just went on there and left the name of the product on there just in case.
But look, and that's why it's good to drink the good old H2O, ladies, and have a good diet, and you know what I'm saying, and make sure that you're hydrated and properly infused. You did.
We got 5 minutes before we get out of here, and I got a question, and I understand the rationale, but I just want why when it's expressed that they have this WAP, right?
Oh man,
this wet. Why is it always like
water, splash,
right
and super
compared to water when water don't have no
The
glide or
consistency, you don't really want water. Like
right.
water
You see what I'm
it's
saying?
high viscosity. You know what I'm saying? It's
Thank you, Hatchet.
yeah.
So, like, do it really make sense? I get why. I
Butter?
guess it's
Butter?
clear.
Is it butter? Is it butter? I got that
It
butter.
don't have
That butter?
no
I don't know.
nothing to water, but it just kind of why
I
do
think
they
that
always
it's
do
really kind of disrespectful. To honestly, I don't like hearing about wet vaginas on a song. Like I think, like I mean, I done heard some songs about men, but men don't really talk about Yeah, I got the you know what I'm saying.
your dick hard, your dick
Yeah,
so hard.
yeah. I can't even say it, but
Bitch, get out. Yeah, I get
yeah,
you
I
saying.
don't
Yeah.
think I would. I don't think. I think that's yeah. I think the vulgarity gonna have to really pull back a little bit.
They need to scale it down just a little bit.
Right,
But
because I'm a visual person, right? And usually the women who promoting this and doing this, and you look at them and it's like, ugh, you know, what I'm saying? It's like, is
Well,
that?
hold on.
I'm saying, is
There
that?
ain't no don't do that.
But yeah, it's because it's like, is that like juice or is that like discharge or is that like all that? A lot of shit'll make your shit wet. Like it ain't just the good shit. So I'm saying, bitch, you might be leaking. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, let's keep it what it is. Like, come on.
Hold on, Sid. Let me read this comment real quick. Sid said exactly, but some women have hysterectomies and they lose that wetness. Just know you win. Otherwise, she tells you she's dry. She's hinting for you to taste that cookie.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool, but at the same time, why don't you just grab some of what's the shit she had? What's the shit?
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, they make shit for that. Yeah, I get it.
Water-based.
Go just taste the cookie. Go get the cookie.
Yeah, but even with that, that's not gonna do it. It's just a bunch of spit now.
I'm just about to and bro, for those of
It's
y'all
a
who
bunch of
eating
spit now.
cookies, don't leave no crumbs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of spit now. Like,
go ahead on, really bless her. You did.
I'm gonna close with this. I'm gonna close with this. If
What
you
you
need to
say?
have that awkward conversation with your woman, practice in the mirror. You dirty rag. You dirty rag.
And she gonna bust in there on your stupid ass, and you gonna go all fucking script, and then you gonna start talking some other shit in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Who the man? All kind of pussy ass
You
shit.
goddamn
Nah, don't do it.
You gotta practice in the mirror.
Don't do it. Be open and honest, and be the way you would like somebody to tell you. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, I'm taking a boys to men approach.
Look, be a coach.
What's the boys to men approach? Goody.
I'm gonna try to look, baby. All those times at night, it's one of them.
when that coochie was dry.
Maybe
I knew about it. I just didn't care.
You feel me? I'm gonna try to boss them in that thing. You did. Shit, man.
Them cops need to be held accountable. We need to make sure them cops held accountable for fucking over our youth, trying to play us with that bullshit.
Before we say that, I'm gonna ask. They said a lot about the gloves. I know hygiene is a thing, but did the gloves really matter? Like, did they?
That's what they're talking about, teasing. You can't see.
No,
Hold on.
I ain't gonna tell you. Nigga ain't gonna tell you they got played.
I'm bringing it to a head because I'm saying if they're gonna be doing that, they could get some of the product from your girl, put the fuck in there. You did.
I'm about to tell you now that it's a difference
I'm
between
saying, like, you did.
rough
I hope niggas
and
dry.
dry.
I hope they don't listen to this podcast. This part of it, at least.
I mean, you see, good. Never mind.
Hey, bro, I'm with you, man. I totally get it.
I brought up the gloves on.
Cheers to you, my brother. Hey, man, on behalf of K-Man 55 Hatchback the Great, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Shouts out to Cuzzo Rent. I'm Benjamin Ness. It's the Rounds Podcast.
Damien, you feel me? Who we missing?
Yeah.
Mike, our family. Ronique, you dig? Good one, fellas.
We out today.